I know it's odd. If you're here seeing this video, then I wonder if maybe you've felt this in your life before. When you wake up in the morning and you're a different person, you remember who you were before, the things you've done, felt, and experienced with others around you, but it's like we just woke up. Have you felt that before? Times are changing, and to be honest with you, I don't know where they're headed. I feel in my heart that they're headed in a good way for both of us. But I can't tell you exactly the changes that are happening right now. The truth is, the energy is always shifting, and we're always expanding. We get caught up often in the human aspect of reality, of our human lives. That makes sense because it's the part that we're living and consciously aware of here. But there's this eternal, multi-dimensional piece to us, the spark of God, the voice of the universe, manifests us here, expressing itself beautifully and uniquely through each of us. And that part of us calls us sometimes. It calls us in a new direction. It calls us sometimes to let go of certain things that we really believed were who we were, that were really meant for us. And they were at those times. But sometimes who we really are, our spirit calls us and asks us, beckons us forwards. And the only question in those moments is, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to listen? Because I know what it's like to hear and feel spirit calling to you. I know what it's like to feel scared, to step forward, to trust it. And I also know that the longer we postpone what we know to be true in our heart, the longer we postpone that, the more out of control things get in our external reality. And I genuinely think that that's because how big and vast and powerful who you really are really is. And I think that if we're capable on the human level, which I know we are capable of this, to listen to the subtle intricacies of your spirit speaking within you, and we trust and we move forward with that guidance, and we don't postpone it, we don't turn away from it, we're all in. If we're capable of that, then everything will flow perfectly for us because we will always be in that universal flow. We'll never be denying it. We'll never be building a dam and blocking ourselves off from the abundance of who we are, from the power of who we are. We won't cut ourselves off from it because that's what we are doing when we don't listen. We're cutting ourselves off from the power and the connection of all that we are. And all that we are is so powerful. The truth is that we cannot win that battle. Our human self cannot sit there and hold back the power of the universe. It's not going to work. So what happens if we're not listening to what spirit is speaking within us is suddenly things in life begin to explode around us, all over the place. Because how else is who you really are supposed to get your attention? If you're not willing to listen, then how else is the universe supposed to get your attention other than to destroy things in your life, smack you in the face? How else? Maybe consider that. And I just wanted to let you know that these changes that are happening, I know this is probably something you heard before, so it just sounds like something people keep repeating, but really listen to it. These changes are happening for you. Everything in your life, Spirit is calling you. Every single one of us is a special, unique creation of the universe. And who we really are is this spark of God that's here to express itself and to be who it came here to be. The only real question is, are you being who you are, or are you busy playing the part of some other character that you think you're supposed to be that isn't really you, at least not fully? Because if we're not being who we are, then our experience in life will be constantly reality chipping away at us and removing everything that is not you. And in my opinion, that's the spiritual journey summed up. The spiritual journey is somebody who is willing to let those parts of you fall away. Because when all of it falls away, when you finally let go and allow yourself to be here now in this moment, free of all that character you've been trying to be, there is only one thing that is left. You. You're all that there is. Now, I have a message that I wanted to share on a more personal level with my friends here. I speak to everybody as my friend, but I've been gone for a little bit less than half a month without saying anything, and I received so many emails and messages and saw so many comments on the most recent videos of people reaching out and just genuinely saying really nice, appreciative things, sending me love, wondering if I'm okay. And I just want to let you guys know, I didn't respond to any of those messages because that's how busy I was with what my spirit was calling me to put my attention on these last few weeks. But I saw those messages, and to be honest, you nearly had me in tears yesterday when I was really going through them. I mean, it just blew my mind. And I want to let you guys know, like, I really appreciate you so much. And through all the changes that have been happening in my life, which I'll share a bit, you know, I won't overwhelm you with details of my life, but I'll share a bit in a sec. I just want to let you know that the hardest part of everything that I've been doing and called to and transforming in my life over the last few weeks, genuinely the hardest part was not making these videos and connecting with you like I do each week. I mean, I swear to God, that was the hardest part for me because I love being here and doing this. I love it so much. I mean, I don't want to come off as like too much and overwhelm you or anything. But then again, you know, you guys were really personal with me in the messages. And even if you didn't reach out and send a message, like, you know, it's not necessary. I feel the connection with you. So I want to let you know. I really love you so much that sometimes I feel like I'm going to explode. Like my little human body here can't handle the way I feel for you. And, you know, that might seem odd hearing some seemingly random guy on YouTube saying that. But I just genuinely mean it. Like I feel like we have this. To me, it's intimate. You know, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. And that might weird some people out, but it's the truth of how I feel. Like I'm not just talking to a camera. You know, I feel you with me all the time. And I might not have met you in person yet, but we're the same, you and I. We're not brought together by accident. I mean, we have so many similarities and feel such an attraction and resonance with each other's energy. I mean, that's on purpose, in my opinion. We're soul family. We're here to exchange. And I know that it's not a one-way thing. You're not just here to hear what I have to say. And I can't wait to meet those of you that I get to recognize, like that recognize me when I'm out living my life here. I mean, they're amazing, beautiful moments. And I just genuinely love it. And I know that I'm not the best YouTuber, specifically at responding to comments. And I'm sorry about that. I just get overwhelmed sometimes because, believe it or not, I can be kind of socially anxious, just to be honest with you. And I feel it a lot sometimes going through all the messages. But whenever I actually look and I see what you're saying, I always have these moments where I chuckle to myself. And I'm like, why do I get anxious about clicking on the comment section and actually reading and responding to comments? Because anytime I do, all I see is someone who loves me back. So, I just think it's something else from my past that I kind of work through in different ways. But anyways, in my life, I'm experiencing transformations too. I'm going to make really long story short because I want you to be able to focus on your transformation. And I'll be here. I'm back. So, 3 videos a week, it's back on now, baby. So just so you know, I'm back. But I moved out, sold the van. I had a van that was like built out for van life. Sold the van so we could like split up some assets between Ruby and I, so that she could have a car and I could have a car, so that we could both be able to be taken care of and have what we need. And then also just moving everything out of the house and into storage. And to be honest, I got hit by taxes pretty hard. So we were just working through a lot of different things while simultaneously that's the last I'll say about the personal stuff. But just so you know, everything's good. Really, I am really good. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that there weren't times through the transformations that I go through sometimes where I lay in bed at night and I call out and I ask the universe for help. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not human. That would be silly. And so, yeah, there was moments like that, but I knew all along that everything was going to be okay. And I know that I'm taken care of, and I know that everything is always working out for me, even though I might not be able to see it on the human level. And you probably maintain that knowing too, I would assume, because we hang out so much here. You probably feel that also in your life. Is this microphone even on? Okay, thank goodness. I was like, wait a second, did I turn on the microphone this whole time? So anyways, in a nutshell, the transformation that I experienced was, really simply put, there are certain things that I can pursue and achieve in physical reality. But when I die, none of that will mean anything. I can't take any of it with me. So lately, I've been feeling the presence of my soul, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it's totally cool. For me, I'll just say soul. I've been feeling the presence of my soul, and I've been getting some communication a little bit more clearly than I had previously in my life, and I think it'll continue to grow and get clearer, just like it does for all of us, on who I really am. And it became clear to me over these last few weeks that I have zero interest, and I'm absolutely not willing anymore on the human level to give my attention, energy, or focus to things that don't matter to who I really am, my soul. Because I discovered that there actually is something that I can take with me past the grave. Love. And, I'm not trying to sound all hippy-dippy and silly, but it's love, I mean, in any single moment, I can channel as much love through my human avatar and give it to everyone and anything unconditionally in any single moment. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter how much money I do or don't have, where I am, what the weather is. Love. I have infinite access to it. It flows through me infinitely. And all of the love that I share and expand here comes with me past the grave. Now, I know this sounds kind of strange, but essentially what I discovered about myself, and it's kind of the message I've been getting for a lot of my life, but just kind of solidifying as I go. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not going to let myself be fooled by the illusion that pulls me toward it like a moth to the flame of some promise of some kind of happiness or fulfillment that's going to come from, wealth or fame or getting people to like me, or, you know, weird random things like this that I feel like on the human level, a lot of us are anxious about and worry about. I'm just not going to go for it anymore, because none of that means anything to who I really am. Literally nothing. I am absolutely fulfilled and satisfied to just help anybody whenever we cross paths that is asking for it, or to make these videos and channel energy into your life. And to be honest, I'm not pushy at all about what you should do with the energy I share with you here. It's just energy. You know, it's like coming here for a spiritual cup of coffee, and then you go into your life and you do what you want with the energy. You know, I'm not pushing anybody or anything. I'm just sharing what I personally believe is very high vibrational source energy. And you can do whatever you want with it, because your path is unique. That's what I love. That's what I love doing. So I just kind of in the process of having to deal with certain decisions I've made in my life that affect other people and things like this, and certain ways that I built my reality that were decisions that came from who I thought I was, not who I really am. So I'm just going through the transformation, you know, just like anybody else, of letting go of the things that aren't really me, so that I can just be my shining soul in every single moment and not hold anything back. So that's kind of the new promise I made to myself. I'm not going to filter it anymore. I'm going to say what my soul is feeling. I'm going to put it straight out there, and I'm not going to worry about anything, because, you know, to be honest, I know that I'll be supported by the universe. I know that I don't have to pursue anything to be taken care of by the world. It takes care of me. I know that. And honestly, even if it doesn't, even if I was like hungry and like, you know, whatever, like if I didn't have anything, I'd be fine, because I still have eternal life forever. And I'm just full of love when I allow that. So, you know, it doesn't really matter, because I know that I'm going to die one day. And I know that it's actually not that long away, because human life is pretty short. And it's just like, you know, it puts things in perspective, and I realize what really matters to me. And then it's just a matter of, why not give yourself to that fully? You know, why not really be here in this moment and appreciate and love every moment of it, and to share that love that you feel for it? That's what I feel. I'm not necessarily saying that everybody should do that, because I know that all of our paths are different. I do. But I just think, honestly, that maybe right now there's some changing energy, some shifts. I don't know. But I genuinely do know and think and feel and that this is kind of what's going on for you and me right now. Maybe it looks a little different. Maybe it's manifesting differently. But I think we're just becoming more who we are. And we're realizing that basing our confidence in things that can be taken away from you, or that you're afraid of losing, is missing the true source of the power that we are. And I think that we're finding our footing in what real power, real authenticity really is. Because it doesn't need anything to glorify itself. It just is. It's just who we are. And that's my personal opinion, what's going on right now for all of us. Per usual, we're waking up. Much love to you. I really, really appreciate you all so much. By the way, the sale I've got going on is still happening. 50% off all my classes, courses. I got a sale going on my crystal jewelry. I'm making more today, so it's in the link in the description, I mean. And I appreciate everybody who checked out that sale. I was able to get the car fixed and fix the leaks in there. And the messages you guys sent, I just wanted to make sure that I don't just jump back into making videos without acknowledging you, because it was really special, the energy and the space that you guys have been holding for me. And I feel some of you in particular at nighttime with me. And I don't want to sound weird or anything, but I just feel you there, and it's nice, you know. I know we're together, because the truth is we don't have to be next to each other in physical reality to be unified and to be a real intimate team. And I think that your energy is awesome. So much love to you guys, and I'll see you for the next video. And thanks again so much. I really appreciate you.